Well, hello there. How are you? I hope you guys are having fun, or at least not having opposite of fun. What is the opposite of fun? I hope you're not having sad. Can you have sad? Anyway, boy oh boy, I have a campaign speech I have to give tomorrow. Fun stuff. Yep.
Alariel the Everqueen.
Where did we leave off? Oh yeah, we've got to attack.
My servant fails me.
Okay, we're supporting Buckethead McGee here. Everybody's Buckethead.
Queen of
Don't
Avalon.
complain. Okay. Are we at war with whom? Yep. Okay. We're letting Gilgallion get eaten by vampires. Where is yes?
Can
okay.
I offer assistance?
Great. Let's get into the water.
Ready to march.
So we don't want to waste a turn because the action of getting into water takes movement. So we may as well get it at the end of this turn. Although there can be consequences to that. I think I mentioned before I got a soda stream. It's pretty good. Not bad. I bought it about 2 weeks ago. I went to Wally World to get one, and they don't have any. They have this thing called Ninja Thirsty. Like, what? Like, why would I buy some fly-by-night company product, especially one named Ninja Thirsty? I'm gonna get something that's probably gonna be around for another 5 years, you know. And SodaStream's been around for like 20, so I'm not gonna get some dumbass product that's gonna be gone in 3 months. What is this? Sentinels of Austriel. Mistwalker Hybrid. I'm guessing that's from the new DLC. I might get it eventually. I'm just not thrilled. I haven't been terribly thrilled about DLC lately. I would be interested in Dogs of War if they brought that out. You don't even need to add territory. All you have to do is give them the territory they already own. Just change the troop type. I would be interested in Ind, and I would be interested in Nippon, but I'm not really interested in anything else. They keep giving legendary lords. There's probably 0% chance we'll ever get Ind. There's probably a 0% chance we'll ever get Nippon. The game creators were lucky to even give us what they gave us. Oh, now we got it. Now we've got to save Gilgallion, so I think I'm gonna turn Alistar around. We just put him in the water. Turn around. I didn't expect him to do anything. I expected him to keep mucking about, being an idiot. I expected 10 more turns of them going back and forth. Like morons. What is Wydroth doing way out in Bretonia? That is so weird. So weird. Alright, whatever. Herald of Ariel. That'll be nice because we could use, we could definitely use some
Lord of the Phoenix
Wood Elf troops.
Your orders
Let's
are
turn you
reasonable.
around.
Sailing
back.
away.
Sailing away indeed.
Servant of the king.
Sailing away. We'll probably have to
Pausing for a moment.
lose one or two of our areas. Evershale. know that it can be really protected. Probably doesn't really need it. We'll leave it as is. Oh, look at that. That'll cost a lot of money. Alright, well, we'll get there eventually. Path of Cain. Alright.
This knowledge is strange.
This knowledge is... I don't know how
Her
this
servant.
knowledge is strange. Let's check Alariel. Make sure she's safe.
Lily,
Yes, we'll do that for the
hear
last
me.
turn. It's not cumulative, which I wish it were. But that would probably be broken. You'd end up with like 700 magic power. I don't know. They've probably done some stuff, but I remember watching the old videos by Legend of Total War where he would have infinite magic, but I don't know how he did it. And I'm too lazy to find out. I think the game doesn't really need it. As it is, I think the game is balanced in magic. I don't think that needs to be changed. There are other balancing issues. I think the number one, of course I've said this a million times, is they need to stop having it where the enemy knows exactly where you are at all times. Your whole entire map is always open to them, and they go after wherever you're weakest. That needs to stop. Part of the problem is, except for like Chaos, which will rush headlong straight into you because they hate you so much, they'll just unalive themselves on your guys because they're like, oh, hate, can't stand, and you'll have like a decisive victory auto resolve. Other than that, people won't attack you unless they have overwhelming odds to win. And it's frustrating because they will run and 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 run, and they will run in circles. I had a game I was playing not too long ago. I was playing as Cathay, and I was forced to sit in one city with Miao Ying and move to another city and move back and move back and move back and move back because... Oh, and we can't attack now. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Now we're stuck. See, this is part of the problem. But in that case, you know, there's no problem. It's just smart. But now I can't make the attack. And having Alariel up here is pointless. Like, what's the point of having her if she can't attack? 3 armies. We're gonna have to get past the Eagle Gate. Noctilus has no army. Galleon has lost. Is it possible to... Well, if we confederate him now, we get the Griffin Gate, the Eagle Gate, and Tor Grano. 90% chance he's not gonna... 98% chance he's not gonna want to confederate. Computer won't confederate even if they're dead. I don't think.
I see we are like in mind and purpose. Welcome.
Yeah, we'll take that. 600 gold. We're gonna lose the city anyway. Nothing we can do about that. I don't think there's any way to save one city. But it's our advantage. 3 armies, yeah, that's gonna be tough, but our armies are pretty good.
Mistress of the Undying
We'll
Forest.
just have to hide. Tyrion.
Oriah, anchors away.
I don't want to get too close because he will obviously... Jackie's gonna take everything. Can't be everywhere.
Calls me.
can't be everywhere. Did we want Safri to have? Did we get anything from having that? I don't think so. We do get a handmaiden for having that. That can, that can stay. If we're gonna use this for money, may as well stay. I don't know why we didn't do that before. Okay, can't be everywhere.
Welcome,
Yeah,
fellow
doesn't
Asser.
ever-
What would you...
That was the best choice we had. Just letting Noctilus eat them. So yeah, I was forced to move Miao Ying to one city to the other, to one city to the other, to one city to the other, because Arcane, the Ever-Chosen, was on the other side, and he wouldn't engage her in combat. So he would go east to threaten that city, and then when I'd move east, he'd go west to threaten that city, and when I'd go west, he would go east to threaten the other city, and it was just going back and forth, and not even kidding you, for 20 turns. I couldn't not guard those two cities, because if I let him through, he would have just continued on and destroyed all of my cities beyond. By trapping him in this stupid dance that we did for 20 turns, he couldn't get past her in order to get into my heartland. But meanwhile, I can't progress. It is not fun when you're stuck doing that. It's stupid. It's annoying. And it's like, how did he know that the other city doesn't have 12 armies in it? He doesn't. Because he can't see it when he moves to the west. He can't see what's on the east. I can't see what's on the east, except for the fact that I own it. You know, if it was his city, I wouldn't be able to tell what was there. Wouldn't be able to tell if he had 12 armies in it. The computer knows. Just magically knows. Gotta avoid Miao Ying. Attack you where you're not. I mean, yes, okay, it is perfectly within the art of war. Attack where the enemy isn't. But it doesn't work in a computer game, guys. So stupid. But it became moot because I was moving my armies up north. I was moving my armies to the west because I was destroying the Chaos Dwarfs. And when the Chaos Dwarfs were dead, I was so close to Arcane's cities that my 4 armies that were in the north moving west were a greater threat to him than Miao Ying. But he still continued this stupid dance. Where he won't commit. And so I just started wrecking his cities. And then what's he gonna do? Well, what he did was continue his stupid dance. And I moved 2 armies down south, and by then there was nothing he could do. He couldn't challenge me anymore. Oh, you're gonna be an idiot. Great. Be an idiot. Stupid. Oh, it's even dumber than I thought. Okay. Well, like I said, Chaos hates you. But in that case, they're trying to do damage because they know they're going to lose their cities. I would have just sat in the city and then... Oh, well. It's not... I'm not the AI. Is that my city? It is. Tor Anarok. I didn't even consider Tor Anarok as a target. I thought he would go after Evershale. It didn't occur to me that he would go south. Anyway. Yeah. Legion of the Gore Queen. I'm gonna have to move southeast. I can't take Temple of Adioth. A day off. Anyway, what should I do for my speech tomorrow? I already know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about how much I hate everything and want everybody to die. And if I get elected, I will murder humanity. Oh, wait. Sorry. What am I talking about? 18. That gives us... oh, they're under threat again, so I get to protect patronage. Groovy. That doesn't accomplish anything.
Tyrion, heir of an Aryan.
Okay, are we able? We are, but we're gonna have to fight this out ourselves. Let's not waste time. We are weakened, but it was too important that we auto-resolve that, because when you auto-resolve battles like that, the enemy can be wiped out rather than letting a lot of them escape. And unfortunately, a lot of them did escape anyway, but the results are probably better. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to tell. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to use those guys any more than... I don't want them dying.
Orders received.
These guys up.
Heir of an Aryan.
Loyal servant.
Okay.
Orders received.
Okay.
Kill them. The
Should we go after the guys up top or the tower? I think we should go after the tower.
Spearman, as you say.
You got shields. Use them. I don't want to get in range of those gunnery mobs. Wait, let the ballista do their jobs. The accuracy on all weapons is pretty good.
Seaguard. Yes.
We away. We will obey.
Okay.
Acknowledge.
I don't like this terrain, huh?
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
We will not engage
Spearman.
the Phoenix yet. Okay. Maybe that's what we can use these guys for. Let's move in. And I'm sorry you have to run your elves. Getting a little tired is not going to kill you. But, I think think using them at the gate would be wise.
Loven Seaguard.
Okay, do you think...
Order has come.
Because I do.
Without fail.
Getting them up on the wall is wise. Bats are going to be annoying. Also going to be dead. Let's see what we can do with you. You choose a direction, punks. You choose a direction. Either in the line of fire or in the line of fire. Perfectly balanced it.
The flag of Elfwan flies.
Handmaiden of the Evergreen.
Get you.
Understood.
You go in here. You go in here.
Loven Seaguard.
Okay.
Understood.
We tell them to get up on there. I think they will use the ladders.
Spearman.
She's gonna run out there to meet with my Phoenix. Hello. Okay, you need to stop. Whoa, did I?
It will be done. It shall be done.
As you say.
We will obey.
Okay, let's move forward. Like they're kind of out of the battle. Oh yeah.
For the king.
Nice.
Undeniable strength.
Asir Mage.
Okay.
Onward.
Ain't worth it.
Scython, hear me.
The Everqueen.
My power is yours.
Once these bats are dead.
Without fail. This place is under my protection.
Lacoy.
Make Oathwan proud.
Huh? Are you gonna walk forward or not? Of course. You got a choice, buddy.
Understood.
I serve with honor.
Without fail. Advance.
Nice.
Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Orders received. It will be done.
Okay, nothing left. I can start taking points, but at this point in time it hardly matters.
Apace!
Oh, they have some deckhands, do they?
For the Ever Queen.
Well, let's move them in. Hello.
Destruction awaits!
Bird.
Ulfwan Mage.
I'm gonna hurt the bird.
Menlui! Araya Menlui!
Kill some zombie pirate deckhand mobs, though. Oh, they're dead. Fun! We lost practically nothing. They were gonna wipe out our front line. Not on my watch, punk! Although I think our handmaiden took some damage, and I'm certain our our mage took some damage.
This place is ours.
See, this way.
How can I assist you?
To war.
Is that ours? That's not ours. That is ours. Do not want. Abba here. Guess so. Down. I definitely don't want to do that. That gives us influence per turn. Dilemma is very good. I always want to do that whenever we can. Enhanced Ithalmar Breastplate. Immune to contact defense, that's poison. Ring of Hukon. Glorious Charge. Units take leadership penalties if they have been attacked in the flank. Income, sacking, charge bonus, Lord's Army! Emerald Collar, Seed of Rebirth. I think we're gonna get the Emerald Collar. Let's see.
Can I
I don't
offer
know that you can
assistance?
have the Emerald Collar. Can you? Emerald Collar! Heck yeah! Alistar gets stronger. Yeah, the Trickster Shred, that gives you Barrier. We definitely want that. I'm not gonna equip that. Skaven Corruption. Maybe, but I don't think we have Skaven here, so we don't need to worry about that yet.
Protector of the Ever Queen.
We don't need any of that. We are gonna continue on to Lightning Strike.
A gift from the gods.
What I like is Lightning Strike at level 1 is already good. Already decent, I should say. Because it delays the amount of time the enemy has to come into battle. In fact, there's a lot of times where I wish I could turn full... Oh, I don't want that. I want that. There's times when I'd much rather definitely want replenish troops. Definitely want replenish troops. There's times when I'd rather have the delay them from coming in than I would prevent others from coming in, because I want that delay, but I don't want to be alone on the battlefield. You know what I mean?
Alariel the Everqueen.
And they're not going to attack because
Treading
they know
safely.
exactly where I am. Not really.
Alariel
but you
the
know what I mean.
Radiant.
I think in ambush stance is the only time they don't know where you are.
Goddess,
We'll do that.
I
We have
beseech
a
thee.
mage. Do we have enough money? I think we need to
Champion of
wait.
the Ever Queen.
I'm not gonna have a tier 3 thing and a tier 5 settlement. 94. We keep spending our influence, preventing our influence from being lost. Lame. I think we stole this from Illyrian. He'll forgive us. You're the one that wanted to go to war with the undead. I don't mind. You're killing Malekiths, so that's good. I think I've said before I've only done one Dark Elf campaign in my entire life. I've done like 40 campaigns of just the dwarfs. I've done one ever Dark Elf campaign in Total War Warhammer 2. I'm just not a fan of corruption and evil and destruction unless it's absolutely silly, like with the Skaven. They're just funny. They're just hilarious. Did you ever hear a game called Scarlet Blade? I don't think anybody ever played that that's still alive today. I think I'm the last generation alive. No, I mean, it was really popular when it first came out. It was free. You could play it as much as you wanted, and for $20, you could take your character's clothing off. So if you paid $20, you could completely remove her clothing. And there was one male, and he was cool, granted. He was pretty cool, but all the other characters were female. And in fact, when the game first came out, the male didn't even exist. It was just women. For a price of $20, you could wander around the game universe naked. It was pretty fun. There was no actual adult content in the game other than casual nudity. The story was, like, dumb. I was in college at the time. Yeah, I was in college at the time. I was studying geology. And the story is about HARP, the antenna that they had for doing testing on the upper atmosphere. And if you read HARP, like, HARP was really cool. You got a pretty good idea of how they would monitor these high-end radio waves in order to get information about the interaction of like the aurora and things like that on the atmosphere, and how solar wind plays a part in Earth's atmospheric development. Like, solar wind strips the atmosphere off of Earth. Literally. Like, it is taking atmosphere and blowing it out into space. But our atmosphere continues to be regenerated. And it's really interesting, this dynamic of how our atmosphere stays locked onto the Earth long enough while being continually stripped off. So something has to be going on where the atmosphere is being regenerated somewhere. And it's being regenerated by several processes, one of which, of course, is the slow removal of soil.
No mercy.
Like, when you scour...
A strong leader is needed.
when you scour the top layer of rock on the Earth,
Shield against the darkness.
You're removing that rock in these little tiny layers, and you're breaking it up into pieces, and those pieces break down because they're smashing into each other, and and they slowly break down, and then chemical weathering takes it down even further to the point where
Ambushing.
to the point where it breaks down chemically. And then once it breaks down chemically, you have, they can't hurt me. So I'm just going to ignore them. Go after,
Patience will be rewarded.
I welcome my southern kin,
can we
if I must.
ask them for war coordination? We cannot. No targets currently available for this option. I mean, there are, but we don't have the... Because I'd really like you to occupy Temple of Adioth. But he won't. We could request army. Ally missions. Have I never... Oh my gosh, I've never understood. I've always looked at the set target. I didn't even... I feel dumb. I've seen this thing before, but I've totally not kept track of it.
How can I
I forgot about it. I've seen it before, then I forgot. Alistar is leveling up. You are leveling up. Influence, no. No. Yeah, let's do campaign movement range. For now. We're fighting a war. I've noticed that line, which points somewhere, doesn't mean anything. Like, oh, I'm going over there. No, you're not. That's my target. No, it isn't. Like, superficially, maybe it's your target, but you're gonna forget about your target in, like, 3 turns. So, what's the point in telling me? Oh well. Yeah, I should do my speech tomorrow about the battle plans I have in Total War Warhammer 3. Like I said, I already know what I'm going to talk about. I don't have anything I'm writing down. I've just been thinking about it for a week. How did I even get this nomination? I got called up back in December, and I had put my name on a list to assist in the upcoming elections, and I got contacted by a group that is somewhat associated with the Democratic Party, and the group is Contest Every Race. Contest Every Race contacted me, and they said that they're trying to make sure that that races don't go to nobody. They're having problems where people aren't running for office and haven't for decades, and we're just handing like 60, 70, 80% in some areas of the elections over to the Republican Party. We're just handing them to them for free. They are being elected with nobody challenging them. And one of the things that we've learned is when you're not being challenged, you don't care about your actions. And we have discovered that people make poorer choices when there are not consequences. And so there's 2 things going on. First, we don't want to just hand over elections to our opponents. And second, we don't want them making bad decisions that hurt people because they feel they can get away with it.
Freedom.
We want to make sure that they know people are watching and that there's going to be consequences if they choose to
bring me battle?
if they choose to make decisions that could hurt them politically. They'll think twice about those actions because they know somebody nearby could challenge them in an upcoming race. So even if they don't expect you to win, they still want you to run. And so what happened was I put my name on the list back in January for the state representative office. But there was a lady that was already running for the state representative office. So we doubled up our names, and there was really no point. And when I realized, I was like, well, why didn't I go for, a job where nobody was going for? And I talked to some of the people in the party, and they're like, well, we had 2 years ago 14 open positions in your area that were not being challenged. 14 open positions.
Welcome.
Out of the 17 positions in the area. 3 of them were being challenged. 14 of them were just being laid waste. And so they wanted people to step up and fill those positions, even if we were doubling up, because then it gives them choices, it gives them ability to make decisions, blah, blah, blah. So they were happy to have me run, even if I was challenging someone and not going to get the nomination. They were really excited to have somebody, because this time, out of the 17 positions, every single one of them now has somebody, at least one person is running. And what happened was, the lady that was, she's a housewife. I met her about 3 months ago. We were joking about how, neither one of us felt like we could be candidates for this area. She was really sweet about it. She was like, I feel like, here I am. Let's see, Harriet? Is she the one we were playing briefly for a few turns? Because I think so. And we're taking it from Sea Patrol? Yeah, we're taking it from Sea Patrol. But we don't need to care about Sea Patrol. We can't confederate them anyway. We were both contacted by the same organization, which was Contested Release. And she was like, I'm just a housewife. I've never tried this before. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm just a substitute teacher. What do I know? And we had there was a meeting we went to back around February. There was a meeting we had where there was like an introduction to the candidates and the people that were considering running and stuff like that. And I went to that. It was like a mini convention thing. There was like 80 people there. And it was a chance for me to meet the people that were in the party. That, this is Joe. He's been, organizing stuff for 30 years. This is Steve. He's, this is the 4th time he's helped run an election campaign. And I'm like, wow, I'm nobody. And it was a chance to meet people and just hang out and find out how party stuff works. And then, like 2 weeks ago, the girl dropped out. She just, I'm not entirely sure why she chose that. She did say that she was a housewife, and maybe that has something to do with it. Like maybe there was something with her children she was concerned with. Maybe there's something to do with her family situation that changed between when she wanted to run and 2 weeks ago. Maybe something changed and she just felt that she couldn't. Maybe she found out that the time necessary to run a campaign was more than she could really sustain. I'm not sure. I have no information. I have no knowledge for why she dropped out, but she dropped out. So that makes me the only person running in the area. Oh my gosh. It's me now. I get to show up tomorrow, and they're gonna choose who the candidates are. Is it tomorrow? It's not tomorrow. It's like in 3 weeks. Tomorrow is a meet and greet. In 3 weeks, they're gonna choose the candidate from the area, and I'm the only person on the list. It's me. I could literally stand up there and say I want to. What was that? What was that line in Futurama? I'm gonna sell your children for meat. President Nixon. I'm gonna sell your children for meat. I could literally say that, and there's nothing they could do about it. I'm it. I don't know. They could probably figure something out, like throw me out of the party or something if I turn out to be some psycho weirdo that wants to eat babies. I'm sure they'd be like, "Oh no, we're not gonna nominate this guy." I'm sure there's levers they could pull if the situation were bad enough. But the situation isn't bad enough. I'm not a creep. I like to play video games. I like to watch Japanese anime. I don't have anything questionable in my life that I can think of. Like, I'm the type of person that could run a campaign, and if you did a background check on me, you wouldn't find anything that's gonna be shocking. I mean, I don't cheat people out of their money. I don't beat up old ladies. I don't really do anything. I'm a gamer. So it's gonna be interesting. And you're along for the ride. Sorry. I probably won't make a video tomorrow because I've got that speech to give at the meet and greet thing. It's party people tomorrow. It's not the public. It's so that the people in the party can get to know who I am, so that they can make a decision at the convention. The convention, I think, is either in May or June. I don't remember which. I think it's in May. And the party convention, that's where they actually sit down and vote. And I either win or lose, but I either win or win. There's nobody else running. And then comes the question of whether I can win the general election in November. That's going to be steep. That's going to be really steep. No Democrat in this area has won an election since 1980. 1980. Reaganomics. Reagan had a short-term solution, and we turned it into a long-term problem. And in fact, it's not even that. Like, I've read a couple of books on economics about the Reaganomic years and what went wrong and why we made the choices we made. And one of the big problems we had in the 1970s that is rarely addressed when people discuss the Carter years. Carter just passed away a couple years ago. He was a great president. The Carter years, the big problem was when we had what we call stagflation, where we had inflation, but we had a stagnant economy. Most of those problems have to do with oil prices. The oil crisis that began in the 1970s was really never fixed. And reading about the levers people were pulling to try and stabilize the economy were long-term stabilization techniques, like trying to work on alternatives to oil and like work on automobiles that could run more efficiently. Recruit rank for Sisters of Avalon, Lions of Trace, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, what do we want to do now? Dragon Bond. Dragons are great. I like dragons. Do we have money for this? We do. Let's start working on some of this stuff. Campaign movement rate is fantastic. Construction for ports. Let's take that one because that gives us money.
The king should be told.
So it's an investment for the future. What do we want to do here? Let's just go up here
Further
and start
onward.
conquering.
Gathering my thoughts.
I live to serve my queen.
White Peak is
For my
ours.
queen. Sunfang hungers.
And so for the price of not being involved in a war, we have now taken over
I
a lot of the
serve the
territory
king.
we wanted to take over anyway. So from
Marching out.
here, I think we want to go
Our
into the
journey is
ocean.
not over.
No, apparently we don't want to go in
Pausing
the ocean.
briefly.
We're going to go by land. By clicking on the ocean, I thought he would take a faster route that way, but he's getting the, apparently, fastest route he can, which is straight.
I hear the Gaddafi.
Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. I remember when I figured that out, I was in like grade school. And I told my dad, oh my gosh, you can make a straight line between any 2 points. And he was like, you sure can. And I thought it was this massively awesome thing. And then I learned about it in school and I was like, man, come on. I figured something out that everybody knew already. I felt dumb. Let's see if we can end our relationship
Age and
with
wisdom
them,
do not make me a
because
monster.
there is no point to
Agreement. No fool.
we have no interest in keeping that. We don't have enough points to upgrade her. We'll get there. It's only 100. Favor of the Phoenix King. Okay, great. Yeah. We're almost at the point where we can recruit. I know it's like touch and go here. We're broke.
Shape this world.
Oh, we need 8,000. Let's not upgrade anything and get that 8,000. Where did our money go? We just spent a lot of money on something. No. 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 What did we spend our money on? There's probably one of these. Somewhere something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, you're gonna die, Daughters of the Forest. You're taking land that I want. I'm sorry. You own too much of Nagarund. Yeah, she's getting ready to fight me. It's gonna be a terrible war. It's not gonna be like the zombie pirates. Zombie pirates can be tough, especially when they have some of their nastier high-level troops, like the big giant skeleton artillery that they have. But they won't have access to that for a few turns. Anyway. I don't remember what I was saying. Something about my campaign. Who cares? Oh well. Lost it. I'm now thinking about monsters in the game. Yay, monsters! Yay, monsters. Har Cauldra. So yeah, election in November. Like, oh, Reaganomics. Yeah. So the problem that they were suffering from had a lot to do with oil, and the solution that the Democratic Party had were long-term solutions, like trying to reduce energy consumption and fuel consumption in cars is a solution, but it's going to take 20 years, 10 years, 20 years, or something like that. People aren't going to feel like their lives are getting better by the next election. It is long-term solutions to the problem. And what Reagan did was he said, no, we need to juice the economy now. We need to get people in a position where they feel like they are succeeding right now. And he did that by deregulation and lowering taxes, which juices the economy. Let's be honest with you. It absolutely juiced the economy. And people were able to go back to work, and people were able to start getting money again. And it's important that people feel, you know, a job is more important than giving people free money, because people want to feel like they are contributing, that they feel like they have a purpose. They feel like they can be proud of what they're accomplishing. If you take that feeling of pride away from someone by just giving people handouts, it's really tough, because they feel undeserving, they feel reliant, all sorts of problems. And we may be forced, and we are going to be forced to face this as a species, because there's going to be a place in the very, very, very near future where people will not have traditional jobs. It's just ending. We can't pretend that people are going to be able to work much longer. But getting back to Reaganomics, Reagan really did juice the economy by deregulation, by lowering taxes, by lowering interest rates. People forget that's a major lever of economic stability, is lowering interest rates. The big problem we suffered from is when the economy turned around and started getting better, all of those things needed to be removed. When your economy is doing well, you need to start planning for the future. But the Republicans didn't want to plan for the future. They wanted to solve the now. And they continued to lower taxes, and they continued to deregulate industry. But when they did, those techniques don't improve people's lives. Now, what they're doing is they're hurting people in the long run. And even the economic successes that you're giving people in the short term don't even last anymore, because you can't keep lowering interest rates in order to give people jobs. You can't keep lowering taxes in order to make people's lives better. The only solution you have is to go into a lot of massive debt or cut social programs people need to survive. Let's pay for improved watching. And now we have this silly idea that people don't deserve.
This is strange.
That was Tyrion. Oh no, it is Alistar. I think that was Tyrion though, the first message.
I will obey.
Oh shoot, I need to not upgrade. What did I just spend my money on? It was something.
Loyal prince.
Oh, I'm spending my money on the technology. That's what I'm spending my money on. Campaign movement. So let's not do that. Let's go back to here and yeah, let's appoint Sea Masters. Keep our money. We need to pay for this. We can't pay for it next turn. We can, depending on what that is going to be.
I await your command.
I'm rambling. Like, I'm not an economist. I'm just
Serving
repeating
the
what
gods.
I've read, right? Let's
We shall
keep
march.
going. But the basics are, we have this silly idea that people don't deserve. They don't deserve assistance. Like, you are on your own, and if you can't make it on your own, that's your fault. It's social Darwinism is what it is. Social Darwinism. And we have this idea that if a person is poor, they deserve it. If a person is rich, they deserve it. Never mind all the levers that are put into place to prevent people from gaining access to wealth. And keeping wealth in the hands of a few. There are technologies that are created. The railroad, when the railroad was brand new, that brand new technology created new billionaires. Well, 100 millionaires, because there were no billionaires back then. Money was worth more. But you can only invent railroads once. The steel companies succeed. Obviously the rail companies succeed. The people that supply that technology with the tools it needs, all of the manufacturing, all of the engineering, those succeed along with the railroads. And so there are avenues within that. The steel, obviously, is the big one with Rockefeller. Not Rockefeller, he was oil. With the other guy. Carnegie sold his portion to what's his name, and he created United States Steel. Those people were able to cash in on a new technology. And within a couple of generations, their families still had a little bit of money and influence, but their influence was drifting. Because that technology that they relied on, you can only extract so much wealth from it before people get wise to what you're doing and start demanding better treatment and start demanding that you break apart the monopolies and stuff like that. And then there's poor decisions that are being made by family members that inherit wealth rather than develop it themselves. J. Paul Getty was a jackass. And so his children didn't continue his legacy of expansion and whatnot, and that's because they valued different things, and they valued different things because their father was a jackass. Anyway, getting off topic, the next big innovation was the automobile industry. And then automobiles obviously created new multimillionaires with Ford, with obviously Ford, but Chevrolet. I don't know who was in charge of that. These people are the kings of industry again because they're exploiting a brand new technology. They are in the right place at the right time, exploiting a new technology, gathering wealth based on the industries that surround it, but then they start losing their footing as the technology ages. And then we get into airplanes and the airline industry. We get into computers, which is the next major one. And then with computers, you get the Bill Gateses and the Steve Jobses and all that stuff. But you can only invent computers once. How many computer billionaires came after Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, but before the internet, right? That window of time. What happened was we invented the internet, And then a new generation of billionaires was created because the internet was new. You can't reinvent the internet. We haven't had any of these captains of industry in the last 25 years because the internet was already invented. Some people were thinking that 3D printing would be the next big thing. It seems like it hasn't become that. Some people are saying that AI is the next big thing, but AI is not going to be an investment. It is going to be a loss. You're not gonna. First of all, what we have right now is not AI. What we have right now is a toy. They who whisper. Employ the messenger. Hero success chance. Income from all buildings. Let's take the. We can work with Buckethead McGee. We are 100 away from what we want. Let's see what we
Can
get
I offer
with
assistance?
this.
Across the waves.
Perfect. Perfect. Grab that.
The Asur need. Defeat
Okay,
is not an option.
whatever it is. Perfect. Well done, upgrades.
Lethal grace given form. Your behest?
More money faster. The next big one, 26,000. Holy gee willikers, that's gonna take forever. We should work on upgrading our money. Okay. What I'm saying basically is new industries create new millionaires. But they don't create lasting wealth for everybody. They're only for the billionaires.
Strength everlasting.
Upgrade? I mean, they produce wealth for everybody, but people are already making money off of the old technology. The new technology just replaces them with the new technology. You know, Joe Blow, who was building cars,
The Evergreen.
when he switches his job to building computers, he's not suddenly making, 20 times the amount of money that he was before. His boss is, but he isn't. I think that's what I'm saying about that. Anyway, long story short, I don't think the next technology we have is going to be... it's going to be world-changing for sure. I don't think it's going to produce any billionaires. There is a slow, steady march of some people that have hundreds of millions of dollars right now that will become new billionaires. Some new billionaires are always being created. But I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that have, practically nothing. And go from the small amount of money that they have to mega millions. Those are unlikely to be created, I think, with AI. AI's purpose also is not to create wealth. Right now, its purpose is to get rid of unnecessary employees. That's what people want. That's what the CEOs want. That's what the business leaders want. They all want to get rid of those people that they feel are not contributing to the business. And you can look at what's it called for that? The rise of bullshit jobs. It'd be nice to figure all this stuff out and put it into a book rather than just blabber about it online, because my thoughts are a bit messy. One of the things that I think people aren't talking about is the fact that businesses are not interested in developing wealth. I don't think there's a single business out there that's like, oh my gosh, we can use AI to create the next widget, right? Nobody's sitting down with AI and creating a super machine for your kitchen, right? They're not gonna make something that you turn on and it cooks eggs and washes dishes and does your taxes all at once. That's not what they're using it for. That's not what they want it for. What they want it for is to replace their workers. And that's a losing strategy. And when you get rid of your workforce, who's going to buy your product? We will hobble on for a number of years by retooling our industry to supply the wealthy with toys. Right now, for example, I think it was Panera Bread. Was it Panera? Or was it... It's the other bread company, not Panera Bread. Panera Bread's in trouble for some other choices they made economically, and they're losing people. They're losing customers. It's not Panera Bread, it's the other bread company, the other major bread business. They have announced recently, it's like a shareholder announcement. It's like, hey shareholders, this is our plans for the future. What they're planning on doing is making they are changing their business strategy to attract the wealthiest customers. And the reason why is because those are the people that spend the most in their store. The people that are not frugal are the ones, obviously, that are spending the money in the stores and keeping their business alive. So they're going to abandon the strategy of selling their product to the ordinary person, and they're going to raise quality, which is good, raise prices, which isn't so great, in order to attract only those customers that can afford to continue going to their store. There's other companies doing the same thing. Car companies, like a car right now is like $70,000. People can't afford a $70,000 car. The wealthy can. They can drop that kind of money on... Let's get a mage. It's a random mage, that's the problem. I think I'm not going to do that. Attempt to reach common ground. Let's pay 1,500 for 32 influence.
Nice.
I would have liked the mage, but it's a random mage, and I want that. Alright, Calidor. Oh, that's Imrik's. That's right, Imrik's still standing by. Speed of Assyrian, that helps him when he gets his dragon. He's got a dragon! She's got her dragon! Oh, nice. We got 2 dragons on our team.
My journey begins.
Are you sweetling me?
Influence per turn. Yes, we need that. I want to take over
The sea calls me.
Elfarian. We're staying right there. We need as much of our troops as we can before we attack there. We're going to take all of our troops when we start getting attrition. Might be wise to hire Imrik. I think I will. Having that third army, even if it's got 4 units in it, is going to be a big, huge help when we attack the Galleon's graveyard. Anyway, yeah. CEOs have always known for the last 30 years, at least, that a good portion of their workforce is doing nothing. And they allow it because it makes their company look good. It's better to say we have 6,000 people working for us than it is to say we have 600 people working for us. You get more money for your investments. You have more pull in politics. If you go up to a politician and say, well, we represent 60,000 people, you know, how dare you try and regulate us? If you do, those 60,000 people will be without a job. You know, so it's important for them to have a lot of employees, even if a lot of those employees are writing the company newsletter that nobody reads. Even if those people are organizing the weekend parties that nobody goes to or nobody cares about. And those meetings that everybody sits in and it says, this meeting could have been an email. Those meetings justify the person's job that is giving the meeting. If they're a supervisor or a manager, that meeting is their most important day of the week because it proves that they can still pick up a paycheck. And CEOs know that their workers are doing this. They're not stupid. They want those jobs gone so that they can recover the cost of it. That's what AI is doing. AI is giving these people an opportunity to get rid of jobs they already wanted to get rid of. Because when you tell someone, we are getting rid of jobs, that is very bad. When you say we're replacing these jobs with AI, that is a lot better.
Show me some respect.
And so, by doing that, by saying we're replacing them with AI, these companies are not losing their investors. Their investors are still happy to stick with them. Their company still appears to be a success, despite the fact that they've gotten rid of, 2,000 jobs last week. Their business still seems like a success because they've replaced them with AI. Even if AI doesn't work out, even if it's like, we got rid of some people and the AI is not doing what we hoped. It's not following instructions like we wanted because, again, it's not true AI. It's a large language model. Large language models are toys. They're not true AI. It's a toy. It still lets them get rid of those jobs, and most of those jobs are never coming back. Don't kid yourself. When Wendy's replaces their people at the kiosk with AI, and that doesn't go well, and the people complain that they order a Coke and got 70,000 napkins. It's still seen as a success by the company. This can be very bad. It depends on whether they join us. I'm risking a lot doing this. And who goes first, them or them?
High Elven Archmage.
I'm not gonna do it.
I will use my gifts.
Called
As you say.
Even though Wendy's is like, oh wait, maybe we jumped the gun here and we got rid of these people too soon. Those jobs aren't coming back.
first,
Those
offer
aren't,
thanks
because they can
before.
still.
You may look upon me.
They didn't just get rid of the people at the kiosk, if you know what I mean. They got rid of a lot of other people. Not just the people at the kiosk. Kelador Incumbent. Dedicated to Vol. Blazing Lance. Dragon Pact. Let's get all of these specials. Dragonborn. What is that? Area attack. Okay. Skymaster, obviously. Nope. Yeah, let's get that. I know he's not going to be using a lot of these. Heart of Flame. Stand your ground. I know he's not going to be using a lot of these because we just don't have the recruitment and the money. But we do have while they're in Sea Guard. And right now,
I
that's just
smell
more
the
important than dragons. We just need a little bit extra to take Galleon's Graveyard. Anyway, so when Wendy's got rid of, I don't know how many jobs, throw out a number. When they got rid of 5,000 jobs, and then they realized, oh wait, the AI person is giving people 200,000 napkins, that's a failure. They're not going to hire back 5,000 people. They're going to hire back 2,000 people, and 3,000 people are out of a job forever. Because it's not just the kiosk workers that they got rid of. It's a lot of other jobs. I went into McDonald's the other day. I sometimes go to McDonald's. I think we all do sometimes. There was nobody at the front. Not a soul. The checkout counter had been swiveled so that you self-checkout now. So there is nobody there taking your order. Not a soul is taking your order. You just click on the things. Those jobs aren't coming back, buddy. Those people at the front desk are not coming back. So when we see that AI is not properly handling somebody's order because the voice thing is not handling your order well, they're forgetting that the front kiosk is gone. The front customer support guy is gone. That person is never coming back. You are never going to go into McDonald's ever again and see somebody at the front that is working the register. That position is gone. You can catch somebody's attention. Like I stood there, I wanted some ketchup. So I stood there for a moment until somebody in the back saw me and walked up to the front and said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Can I get some ketchup?" And they said, "Sure." And they got me some ketchup. So yes, that person still exists who can stop their day for a moment and give you ketchup. But the person working the register is gone. And think about what it was like in the 1980s. You walk into McDonald's, there's 3 people at the register, 4 people at the register. It's not just one person there, or it's not just people that watch the front sometimes because somebody might walk in the door. There's 3 people at the register. Those positions are gone. They're eliminated. So we're never going back. We're not putting Pandora's box back together again, or whatever you want to call it. Enter on side of the eye, Legion of the Gold Queen. Let's do it. I don't know. Are they working together or not? This is perfect. Sisters of Twilight, you are absolutely stunningly
Speak freely.
perfect. Take
I
red
am
territory
sure we will
we
reach
don't
an
want.
accord.
And I could definitely use a trade agreement with you. Love you to death, Sisters of Twilight, because to them that territory is just as good as any other. I mean, they don't want any of this stuff. It's level 1 forever. So red territory is perfect for them. I think this gives us enough. In fact, I already think we have enough to force Calador. Northern Yvres. What did we just get? We got Safri. I don't mind. It's fine. We will still be able to succeed. We got Safri. I don't mind. What does Safri give us? Winds of Magic. Cooldown, spell resistance for Sword Masters of Hoeth. I mean, it's good, and we're okay, but yeah, Safri. Torrendale. Okay. Hi, Torrendale. You're working on that.
Our cause is just.
Whatever. We got Safri. Let's go. Let's go.
Journeying on. Alariel's
go.
champion.
Okay. Valerian's will. Perfect. Perfect. What do we want now? We're gonna get Behemoths of the Sea. We'll call colonists. Seaborn creatures.
Useful. I still prefer a blade.
That's hilarious. We got Safri just because of a misclick. Okay, the question is, are they working together? Will I have to fight the Legion of the Gore Queen and Malekith in this territory?
Sound the horn of Isha.
So should I sack, raise, or occupy?
I
We can
am your queen.
handle it as long as they don't both attack us. And it's hard for the AI to coordinate. Oh, I've seen him do really awful things. I had a time when I was playing as Kislev, and I got attacked by Masters of Innovation. So I'm being attacked by the dwarfs, and they are supported by what's his name? They were supported by Beastmen. Because I was at war with both of them. I was at war with Beastmen and I was at war with Masters of Innovation. So I lost that city. There was no way I could fight both armies and keep it alive because Masters of Innovation, the dwarfs, were willing to work with Beastmen to kill me. So ridiculous. So yeah, it can happen. I had one time when I was fighting someone down here in Araby, and I was joined by the what's it called? Who is the Chaos faction that's down there? I think they're Khorne. So I was joined by Khorne. I'm sitting there playing, I don't remember who, Rapance the Lyonnaise or something like that, and I get Chaos joining me in the fight. They're like, well, we're not at war with you. Let's go kill these guys. Oh my gosh. And it's just the enemy of my enemy is my friend at the moment. That's why we worked with Russia during the Second World War. Anyway, what time is it? How long have I been playing? Yeah, see, Malekith is getting desperate. Is he out of territory? Is he going to fight me because he has nothing left? Yep, he's dead. It's his last territory.
This world needs us.
We are not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to let you go because you have no home to go to. But you are fellow elves, so good luck. Of course, that might have been a bad decision, depending on if we get attacked by legions of the War Queen before the end turn. It's Yorick! This could be bad. Yeah. Alright, well, we got this. We got this. It might be better for us to do the end turn all over again and not auto that last battle. But I think we can handle this. What are these? These are like dogs? They got 4 freaking heroes. Come on. Well. Let's tell them. Oh my gosh, we're gonna totally win. We're Sisters of Avalon. I don't even know what these guys are like. Skycutters.
Without fail.
So let's gather these guys together because they can be healed. Okay.
On the wing.
Alright. We're gonna go in slow motion for the moment because I gotta get organized. Let's just 1, 2, that. I want to be back up here. I want to be between the trees and the rock. Dragon, you're 3. You are going back further than you could go before. 4. And 5. And you guys. Okay. Nope. Nope. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's gather together. Let's get in. Get in. Yeah, baby. Okay. Let's see how far the Reaver bow goes. Forsaken of Thorn. Not as far as I'd hoped. That could be a problem. Chaos Warhounds, yeah, they're Warhounds. Okay, well, let's get into the trees.
Asa, advance!
Going. Moving out. My power is yours.
Okay, let's get back.
Driving back the dark.
Did we have 4 or did we already use it? Or did we not use one?
Yes.
Same old stupid tactics.
For order.
So easily broken because
Seeking the foe.
as long as I've got my guys
We will
here,
obey!
I will continually be able to just readjust the direction I'm facing and kill you good. Don't worry. Okay. Blood Shriek, whatever. Okay, we gotta move.
Alt one's queen. Forward.
Gotta move. I'm gonna do this first. Chaos Knights. Don't know what you can do. Will keep me apprised. Oh, are you dumb? You're dumb. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I didn't predict that. But it's still done.
We rule the skies.
Wow, same tactics you always use.
Yes.
Maiden guard! Spearman! Acknowledged!
Ready. Orders.
Tawar! Eagle
Wow, how did they destroy that fast? Did we powered up the dogs?
Awaiting orders.
Okay.
Alariel the Everqueen.
Ooh, what did I just hit? Let's keep them alive.
Let ride.
Maiden! Awaiting orders! Advance!
You're already dead.
Yes. Setting forth. Forward. Following Ethua. Ready.
Noble Lord! Battle calls!
I don't think they're coming. Oh, they wavering.
Asa, withdraw! Noble!
Dawn's hope. In thrust. My power is yours.
Golly, why do they still exist?
Attack!
Orders. Awaiting orders.
Okay, you gotta get up.
Patrol! Fly over!
What's your command? Pretty strong.
Hear my gifts.
Duty calls!
Yes.
Come on,
abroad.
stop whatever you're doing. Get out of combat. Oh, you got out of combat.
Spearman! Defend in order!
Same stupid
I go then.
freaking tactics. Use breath on.
Handmaiden of Alaria!
Ready. Lafane! Crush them! High Priestess.
And that's all she wrote. Got a little messy because they got some dogs back behind us, but you know, they didn't really lose much other than the spirit. Oh, I lost my eagle claw. Yeah. One thing of dogs did that. I didn't expect that. Could have been better, but
We serve Ulfwan.
wasn't worse. Perfect. I love you, Sisters of Twilight. You're doing great. Keep taking that useless territory. What's great about this is we're taking all the attention of Chaos so that they're not attacking anybody else. Game. Immortal Unbeloved. Never been destroyed. Sword of Cain.
Alariel the Everqueen.
Yeah.
Cleanse this realm.
Right now, the dragon is a walled city
Praise
attacker,
Isha.
and they're chaos. They don't.
Alariel
They don't get,
Everqueen.
They don't get
Everqueen
any.
of Althwan.
Let's get rid of these. I know it's kind of annoying. Bolt thrower. Six turns, but like where are we gonna go
Mistress
anyway?
of the Undying Forest.
Right now we need to hold territory.
Shield against
We
the
don't
darkness.
need to.
Embarking.
Okay. We don't need to expand up here. We
Carried
just need
by
to hold
waves.
territory to keep the
How can
focus
I
on
assist?
us so that Daggereth can take over everything. Hello! We've got 3 armies here.
Top of Drake.
This is kind of small, but there. What was that other one with the... yes. Okay. It was weird because 232 or 231, that was
Maiden of
weird.
Alaria.
Let's even it out. Favorite of Isha, I like that one. Control, ward save, corruption. So control in all provinces, which is just awesome. And we want Shield of Avalorn. And full plate when we get it. Oh, look at this. Blade Stewardship. Raise Stewardship. Reigns. Blade, Reigns, or Sky. And you are with Alariel. So you are going to get Blade Stewardship. And let's get Blade Master. And then we'll get Foe Seeker next. Alariel. Frost Protection is like stupid. Chaos Bane. Hey, attack when fighting chaos. Well, let's do that. I like it. Foe Master, favorable winds. So she's rebuilding her army and it's going to take 6 turns, but she's going to be a magnet for all of the forces of chaos. We should go to war with Mung. Well, this will be interesting. Let's see what Buckethead does down here. Everybody's Buckethead. Don't ask. We may have to fight it out. We'll see. Oh gosh, look how strong Nagaroth is. When I confederate them, I'm gonna have to drop all of their armies. There's no way I can afford that. There's no way an Nagaroth can afford that. Let's be honest. It's just one of those cheats. Velisan. I named a character in a book I wrote when I was a teenager. Yes, I wrote a book as a teenager. I was 16. Wrote a book. I didn't finish it. I got about 120 pages in. I got accepted to college, so I went to college. And so I just put on the last page, suddenly a dragon comes out of the sky and eats everybody. The end. And when I was in college, I was originally an English major, then I switched majors to geology, but when I was originally an English major, I looked at what I'd written as a teenager and I was like, this sucks. So I rewrote the entire story. And when it reached 150,000 words and I was still only halfway through the story, I was like, a dragon comes out of the sky and eats everybody. The end. I was halfway through the story at 150,000 words. Oh, let's see what they do. Run away? I mean, it's a thing. And I won't do to the enemy what I refuse to allow them to do to me. So I'm not going to attack Galleon's Graveyard and then sick my... Or siege it with one army and then have the other two armies kill their army. I think that's just stupid. I hate it. It is illogical. It doesn't make sense that, you know, if there's an army sieging the city... How is he in 2 places at once? Somebody did a video about this just the other day where a single vampire attacks the gate and they're like, oh no, it's a vampire. And then this entire vampire army attacks their other army and they're like, shouldn't we go out and help them? Oh, we can't. There's a vampire at the gate. Makes no sense. Explosion bug weekly. I don't care. We want this. Okay. Lord hasn't moved. We are initiating the attack with,
We are strong.
not initiating the attack with Imrik. That would just be silly. I think we're going to initiate
Our
it with,
cause is just.
Alistair.
Nothing stands in my way.
Fury fair.
I don't want to lose any troops. It's just two of us.
My prowess is needed.
Sorry.
They must die.
Fighting that out would have been possible and unnecessary. No, actually.
They will know Calador's name.
I don't know why I didn't get all three.
How can I assist you? Goddess, I beseech thee. Grant me your blessing.
I was worried about retreating and then re-attacking because I wasn't sure if I'd have movement right for that.
Might of Alt-One.
So it was just a question of auto-resolving it. There's like, why would I do that
Impressive.
battle myself? It could only lose troops. Don't worry, there will be plenty of times when we have to fight it out. We just did, just a couple of turns ago. Imrik survived. I think he's got all the stuff that we want out of him on that line. So I guess we can either make him a really strong fighter, which I think I want, or we can give him lightning strike like we did with let's make him a really strong fighter. We already got Tyrion for the lightning strike. Royal Guard. Wonderful. Michaela, nice to see you. Remember when this used to like cover an entire area and now it only covers one single unit? So it's like, why? Hope we don't lose half of our stuff again. 16,000. We need to save up for this.
We will endure.
23,000. How many turns are we away? 4? That's more money faster. We're just gonna... Oh, I don't think we want anything. Yeah. I don't see a point for outpost for that. Is there an outpost for this? Negative. Alright, we need no corruption. Down. Well, Galleon's Graveyard is ours. I have fought that battle so many times. Kinda surprised I didn't have to fight it this time. But I guess Imrik was the deciding factor in auto-resolving it. We didn't even use him, did we? He was too far away to take part. Joy. I think I should send my guys back, get rid of all of the pikemen, and see if I can replace them with, if possible, it would be nice to replace them with Phoenix Guard. Swordmasters of Hoeth would be okay. Swordmasters of Hoeth at least can block arrows somewhat with their swords. They have that skill. They're not great at it, but you know, who is? So it's not shielded exactly, but at least they have a reduction of damage from arrows. And Sword Masters of Hoth do a lot more damage. But I do like Phoenix Guard because if the enemy has any monsters, they just kill the monster. They just die the monster. They just obliterate the monster. They just eat it. They turn it into meat. Phoenix Guard are pretty fun. But either way, maybe Sword Masters of Hoth for some, Phoenix Guard for others. I don't know. Depends on what's available when we get back to the shores of Ulthuan. We might be able to get you a Vriss like in the next 2 or 3 turns. Alariel is recruiting very passionately. It'd be fun to have an all dragon army with Imrik. That'd be really fun. Don't think we can do it.
I sense what you have
beyond
to say will
the
not
ability
please
for us to pay for. Now, Hexawattle, you are the type of ally I want. There's a lot of green territory now in Hexawattle. It didn't used to be like that in... No, we're gonna have to fight it out. I'm not gonna give up lions for you. Just fight it out. This army sucks. And we have to fight it out because he's gonna take lions from us. You're not worth taking lions from me. So we gotta fight it out. This is gonna be pathetic. Imrik's on a dragon. Oh, look at these guys. I think we could just start the battle. What do they got? Gunnery mobs? Like, why would this take lions from me? Dragon.
Lothern Seaguard, we will obey. Understood. For duty. Move.
Without fail. Asa, advance.
I can't even see it because it's in the swamp. It's in the water. Yeah, why not? Either one of them. Whoever comes in first. Are you going to attack me, or are you going to stand there and let me organize my troops? Oh, no, they're attacking. They're just moving slowly.
Spearman.
I mean, I don't know that I really care about these guys either. They're,
We advance. We go.
They are, what's it called? So the guys that sit in the... Let's speed it up. Hi there. We got a lot of troops coming in. Okay, we actually want to completely undo this. Okay, and we're going to do this.
We will obey.
Orders received.
Okay,
Orders received.
1.
Lothern Seaguard. Loyal.
Nope. 2.
Spearman.
Acknowledged.
No.
It shall be done. It will be
3.
done.
4.
Lothern Seaguard.
1.
Moving out.
2.
Apace.
3.
Setting forth.
4.
Forward.
I would withdraw them, but they would just send in more lions. Let's try and get our guys together. Who's in? Imrik's in charge, because it's his battle. The other 2 lords on the sides.
All sends me. Moving out.
mages and our handmaiden of the Everqueen. They're already coming in. They're going after the lions? Don't tell me they're going after the lion. Like I said, I would get rid of him, but it just summon in more. Let's get rid of him. See if we can bring in some of the Lothern Seeker. Yeah. Good job.
Asa, move!
What are you doing? Are you coming or not?
White lions. Yes.
I think it's fine.
Heir
Do we have a
of
healer?
Anarion.
We do not have a healer.
Tyrion.
You know what? I bet you our mages alone could kill them all. Our heroes and lords alone could probably kill them all. Oh boy. Come on.
Ulfwan Mage.
Let's go.
It will be done. We advance.
For order! We go!
Do it.
I shall tear your armies apart! Undeniable strength! Blessed by all! Might of the volcano!
Winds of magic rise.
Loyal, as you say. Onward. Orders received.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Ready. Ulfwan Mage. Scython, hear me!
Wow, they're really doing damage to me.
March. Acknowledge.
My power is yours.
Heir of Anarion!
Asir Mage.
That'll do. Imrik took a lot of damage. They really wanted him dead. Oh well. Not like they had a chance. Lost a few guys, I guess, to the gunners. Oh, to this dude right here. Look at him. 16, and I lost 17. So, yeah. Oh well. Alistair killed 5 of his own troops. Or something. Something went wrong there. Oh boy. Okay.
Kill them. I
They're already
cannot.
dead. No point in keeping zombies alive. I'll leave Imrik here to stabilize the region. And I'll move the other 2 out and get rid of their spiky boys. And I'll recruit Swordmasters of Hoeth if that's what I have. I'll recruit Phoenix Guard if that's not what I have. Mass of gear. No, they're ignoring the Everqueen for now. I expected her to be under attack constantly, but she's recruiting. She's not wasting her time. It'd be fun to have Midgard. Take that Clarax Spire. Take it. Take it. Take it. Yeah, you... Oh, come on. You like it? It likes you. Well, after this turn, we'll save it, and then we'll come back to it later. Talked about a lot of stuff. Some people are like, you don't know anything. Probably.
Imrik.
You know, it's not without the realms of possibility. Wait, what was that? Did... Yeah! Sartosa also died. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Can I offer assistance?
Okay, his is basically done. I'm not gonna get rid of White Lions of Trace, obviously.
Can I offer assistance?
Alariel's champion.
I think I'd like to have
Protector
more
of the Everqueen.
guys than this. Let's
I
get
will
rid of
think
two
on
of
this.
those.
Servant of the king.
Sorry, we don't need a Phoenix
Ulf-One's
anymore.
defender.
You've been a very good friend. We would like a dragon or a Frostfire Phoenix. Frostfire Phoenix would be fine. They're pretty neat. Do we want to get Renowned and Feared? Campaign movement, hero. Yeah, let's do it. Elven Healing, Elven Scholar, Quartermaster, Elven Healing. Yeah.
My service is rewarded.
Harmonic Convergence. Do we ever want that? Yeah, you are recruiting. You are going to be doing that forever. 17. Van Bale is 3 turns away. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. We will have money back. I don't think that's a good idea. We've got 3 turns. We can make 12,000. We're gonna almost make 15,000. Yeah, we'll go. More money faster? Like, if we keep spending money... Come on, me. Come on, me. I mean, it's more money faster. Come on. Yikes. Oh, there's the Phoenix Guard. Spending money I don't have. I want to upgrade Gay and Bale, but I want other stuff too! How about we keep Imrik there for 3 turns? Oh, it's time to go, isn't it? Well, we can come back to the save point where we're at. I mean, it's always possible to come back to the end turn save point. We can do that. Anyway, 2 hours, 4 minutes. I think that's perfectly fine and acceptable as a time to say goodbye for the night. I hope I didn't bother anybody too much, but too bad I bother people. Thanks. We'll come back, pick up where we left off. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.